And hello, Shock fans. This is your beloved Soldier of the Inverted Cross, Rip the Full Blown Freak Show, aka Gold Member, here for another Rip's Random Reviews. And today we're having a look at Marvel Legends, Dr. Strange Wave, Build-A-Figure, Dormammu. I've actually been working on this Build-A-Figure for a good while. But back when they first put them on clearance at GameStop, I picked up Iron Fist, Nico, and Enchantress, and had the torso completed. Then about 2 or 3 weeks ago, when my Walmart put the Doctor Strange Wave on clearance, I picked up Comic Book Doctor Strange and Astral Doctor Strange. And then that was where the hard part came in of finding the leg that came with movie Doctor Strange. And I want to go ahead and say a huge thank you to Instagram user bearded_customs. He was who made a trade with me for some other bath parts to give me the 2 legs and the arm I was missing. It was the one that came with Brother Voodoo, which was the left. I'm so glad to finally have this figure complete. Now, it does have its issues, but I still love it. Like, it's a great display piece, and I just love the character design. I don't have the skulls that came with whatever the guy's name was from Carl or whatever. He had the 2 like glowing Ghost Rider skulls. I prefer to use the fire pieces that came with Iron Fist for Dormammu, and they look great with him. I'm going to say they look great with him. The only other figure I have near me at the moment, for scale-wise, this guy's about close to 9 inches tall, if not 9 inches, but here is another figure I picked up. Thor series, Ares. And Ares is a big figure, and Dormammu's even bigger than him. So yeah, he's a huge figure. Now, like I said, he does have his issues. I do prefer this one to the SDCC box set one, just because I don't like translucent plastic on my figures, on the hands like he had. I do like it on the head because that looks freaking amazing when the light hits it. Articulation is where this guy has some issue. Like, not a ton, but enough to, like, it's not going to affect, like, the poses you want to do with him. Let me go ahead and get him into some kind of vanilla pose here. So, he shares body with the Terrax Build-A-Figure, Sandman, Absorbing Man, those guys. He shares that body mold, which has a lot of issue with the legs. Luckily, Dormammu's not the kind of guy that's got to be doing flying kicks or anything. So, you know, it's not too horrible. But this, before I do that, I just want to say all this looks really good. Like the metallic purple they used, the red, like everything, the back of the skirt with the symbols engraved. I'm sure a little bit of paint, those would look great. Just like I said, all this looks beautifully sculpted. This is a floating piece. This piece I think came with Iron Fist, if I'm correct. Like I said, he just looks great. It's just that the legs will give you a lot of issue. Like if I let him go now, he's going to tip for the most part. I mean, he looks freaking great, but articulation for him, though, is not bad at all. Like, he can look down a good bit, not really up, left, right. These might block your view of his face for some photos, but they don't get in the way. For the arms, they can go up, you know, pretty good amount. I mean, as much as you're going to need. Like I said, Dormammu doesn't, like fly kick or like do Shoryuken or anything like that. He's just a magic user, so you just need him doing a dramatic pose. Bicep swivel, you know, everything's good. Elbow's even pretty good. Wrist swivel and hinge. I love the sculpt on these hands and spikes on top. Ab crunch lets him look back a pretty good bit. That is a bit annoying, that little notch there. It lets him look pretty far down. This thing here is a floating piece, so you got a swivel in there. And from the waist up, it is just wonderful. That's great. Now from the legs down, thigh swivel. The skirt's going to impede a lot, but you can't really get his hips far out anyway. Double jointed knees in there. I'm not going to try to bend that all the way at risk of the legs popping off. Boot cut. And then you'll have to adjust these a bit because they're a separate piece, I believe. And you can get an ankle tilt, a And see, the knee wants to bend on mine. Let's try it on this foot. Decent back, a little bit forward, and like I said, the ankle pivot. Again, Dormammu's not a character that's jumping around and flipping or anything, so it's like with the Hulk. I mean, you're not going to need superb articulation for the legs. Like, it's not going to be a thing where you're like, oh, I wish he could do a spinning bird kick or some shit. I mean, it's not going to be a horrible thing. It's just going to be annoying with the fact that he has a hard time standing up. Like, I've been using a Predator gun to make him stand. Just putting it under the back of his cape so that weight gives him some weight. Do I suggest this guy? For me, the wave that he came in was a huge disappointing wave. I just wanted Dr. Strange out of it, and Nico and Iron Fist. The other figures were basically just picked up for the fact that I wanted Dormammu. I really like Dormammu. I think he's a great figure despite the issues he has with posability in the legs. And let me just get this belt piece can get on your nerves a good bit if you're not like trying. But yeah, like I said, I do suggest him. It's just I did not like the wave. If you like Doctor Strange a lot, I just wanted, like I said, comic book Doctor Strange, Iron Fist. You know, basically the comic book characters were all I wanted. And Dormammu because I like him in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And he's a good figure, but with the issues, unless you can get him for a good price already built, or you are obsessed with the Doctor Strange wave, or the characters, I mean, then no, I can't really suggest hunting them all down to build him. The way I got him, building him like dirt cheap, or if you can find him on eBay pretty cheap. I think I seen someone on Instagram the other day said they got him for $24 with free shipping. Yeah, I suggest him for that. I suggest him for maybe up to $40 or $50 if you can get him. But no, not building the whole wave. He's not worth it. Not with the hip issues and stuff. I'm extremely happy with him. I love this figure. One of my favorite Marvel Legends figures. But if I'd have had to pay $20 a pop for all the figures, hell no. It's not worth it. But depending on the price on this one, and depending on how you obtain it, and depending on your love for the series that he's in, then that's what will probably decide what makes you want to get him. But as a standalone figure, for a decent price, yeah, he's worth it. So, kind of a confusing verdict on this one. But I hope you enjoyed the review, and until next time, this has been your beloved Soldier of the Inverted Cross, Rip the Full Blown Freak Show, aka Gold Member, signing off. Farewell.